Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about the types of investments that we can make. My name is Stefan, and in this channel we talk all about investing. We give you the information to be a better investor, and yeah, we're trying to make 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So get on this journey, go ahead, like, subscribe to this channel. Now I'm going to talk about some of the investments that I have made, that I'm looking at making, and that maybe some investments out there. Now, they are not the best investments in the world. I know that for sure. They are not all the investments in the world, so bear with me. I'm also making this video. I'm not editing anything, so if I make some mistakes, if I stumble over my words, please just understand that I'm not editing these videos. I'm making this for you. Now, some of the best investment you can make, right? Let's start with the first one, is cash, ETFs, art, start or buy a business, indexes, individual stocks, commodities, or real estate. If you have no idea what that is, just hold on to your seats and let's get right into it. The best investment you can make is definitely the investment in yourself. Now, by watching this video right now, you are already on the way of being financially independent, right? This is the first thing you should do. Investing in yourself, like Warren Buffett says, the best investment you can make is an investment into yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. Now, it's going to sound a little bit cliche, but believe me, this is probably the most exciting journey that you'll go into, is constantly being better than what you were yesterday. I have followed Brian Tracy for a long time, and really something that stuck with me was, he says that you take your annual income, you take 2% of that a year, and you invest it into yourself, either by buying courses, buying books, going to seminars, maybe getting some coaching, whatever it is at that moment that you would want to do. But take 2% of it, invest it in yourself, and the rest will take care of itself. So if you're making 10,000, you invest 200. If you're investing, if you make 100,000 a year, you invest 2,000 into yourself. I mean, it's not so much, and it will definitely pay dividends into your life. The reason I put 15 year was that we are on this channel and the value investing world, we are trying to make 15% minimum return on your money, and by watching this channel and understanding these investments, maybe it will get you to that 15%, and we hope that I will get there, and we will show you how to do that as well. So the first one that people misconception that people have is cash. They think that if they take money, they put it under their bed, or they store it in their safe, or they hold on to it, or they put it into a bank account, that this is an investment. Now, it might be a crucial part of making an investment to have cash, but it's not an investment in itself. Why? Because governments print money constantly. Money is not backed by anything like gold or silver or commodity, so it's a fiat currency, meaning that there's no backing on it. So the government can print more, and the more they print, the more currency is out there, the more money is chasing the same amount of goods, so prices go up. They say by 2% a year. Some countries right now, like Argentina, is going at 40% a year. So basically you need 40% on your investment just to break even. So holding on to your cash is you losing value as time goes on. So cash is not an investment by itself. However, luck is preparation, meeting, opportunity, and part of that preparation is having cash, right, and education as well. But if you don't have cash, you can't jump on an opportunity. You can't pivot into the right direction that you want to go in. So having cash is important, but it's not an investment by itself. Bank accounts also give you just like 0.5% interest, even less than that, on your money that you keep there. So inflation 2%, you're getting 0.5, you're losing 1.5 on your money a year. So just remember that cash is not investment. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to put cash under your mattress and store it there for a long period of time. The second one that I did, I needed cash to make investments obviously in the future, but the second one that I then did was, after I got some cash, now I didn't know what to do with it, so I invested my money into mutual funds. This is another area that you can invest your money in. Now, mutual funds is essentially just a person running a fund, and you give him the money and he will buy and sell the stocks for you. It's basically just somebody doing what you don't want to do, investing your money for you. Very lucrative business right now, and they're selling mutual funds like crazy. They do take a high fee. However, if you don't want to invest yourself, it's a good thing to just give your money to somebody, and this is what I did. So ETF, what is the ETF? ETF is basically exchange traded fund. It is simply, this one does not trade on the stock market. You give your money to somebody and they'll pay it out for you eventually in the future. ETF trades on the stock market. You can buy an ETF ticker and you can sell it as well. So that is the benefits of ETF. Another benefit is what they would do is they would take different types of investments. They'll bundle it together, and you can then buy the ETF on the stock market, like bonds, stocks, foreign currencies, oil. And so the risk, they offset the risk. You won't make a lot of money per se, but you also won't lose too much money, because as the one goes up, the other one comes down, and it will offset each other, and you preserve some of your wealth over time. Look into ETFs, mutual funds. You can do some more study. Obviously, this video is not going to go into detail on each investment. It's just going to give an overview for you. If you find value so far in this video, go ahead and like. It will really help me, encourage me to make more videos, and it will, I guess, help the algorithm. So I just want to thank you for that as well. The third or the fourth or third investment that you can make, they know in particular order. This is just the investments that I've made throughout the years. So my wife and I worked on the cruise ships, and I worked there for about 5 years. There's a photo of me and my wife, and I got exposed to the art world, and I worked in art galleries. We were art dealers, and then eventually I became an art auctioneer. So we were selling and buying art, and I eventually bought some art throughout my 5 years, and I haven't sold some of them yet. So buying and selling art is a very niche market. You need to know what you're doing. You really only start making money if you get into the high-end art and the original paintings, some prints as well. But yeah, so just make sure that you know what you're doing. But the art is one of the ways that you can invest your money and protect your wealth. Collectibles, coins, watches, cars, artifacts, memorabilia, these are all ways that you can invest your money as well. And these are some of the ways that I've invested my money. If you know what you're doing, it is a way to do it. The other way that you can invest your money is in buying or selling, starting a business. I have made a video on different books that you can read. I'll put a link to it right here, so have a look at that. There will also be a link in the description. There's a book by Monish Babrai talking about the Dando investor, talking about when you invest in a company, you at least need to know what you're investing in. If it's a depressed industry, when to buy and when to sell. So you need to know what you're doing when you're buying a company. You need to understand the business itself. I invested in a company before in South Africa, where I'm from. It didn't pan out so well. I didn't understand the industry. My wife and I started a company called a recycled plastic t-shirts. So they will take bottles, recycle it, and make fiber from it, and then make clothing from it. Wonderful idea, but the market wasn't there. So starting a business is high risk, high reward. Of course, it takes some capital to get into it. So just make sure that you that you know what you are doing. Maybe if you're watching this, you might want to put your money somewhere and you don't know where. Maybe you have a business already, but I just wanted to say that this is another way that you can invest your money. Now we get into the meat of the bone of investing, indexing. What is the index? I put some photos here. Wall Street has an index called Dow Jones Industrial, or the S&P 500. The Tokyo Stock Exchange, or Japan, has got the Nikkei. The Sensex from India has got the Nifty 50. So what that basically is it is a basket of 500 in America, 500 of the best top companies in the world, in America, sorry, bundled together into the Standard & Poor index, and you can buy the index. So essentially you are betting on America. If America goes up, all the stocks and the businesses will do well, so the stock will go up. If America is not doing so well, the stocks will come down. So it's highly cyclical. You need to know what you're doing. But Warren Buffett says, he recommends this actually. The best investor, one of the best investors in the world, recommends it. Why? Because he knows it takes a lot of effort, a lot of study, a lot of understanding to invest in individual companies. He says that if somebody will ask him, what do you recommend as an investment? He will say, you know what, if you don't have the time to study investment, take the money, put it into the SPY. This is the ticker symbol for the S&P 500, or one of them. Put your money in there, forget about it for the next 30 or 40 years, and you will likely do good. So this is his saying. It's not my saying. However, he is one of the best investors in the world, so I guess we can listen to him. But this is essentially another way that you can invest your money. Do some more research. Of course, I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a money manager. So please do your research on that. But that is a way that you can invest your money. Another way that I recommend, and that I recommend to myself, is buying individual stocks, buying individual companies. It takes time, it takes research. You need to do your due diligence. I made a video called the 4 M's of investing, so have a look at that in the description below. You know, that's essentially a company will take shares of their business, they'll put it on the stock market, and you can buy a piece of a business. You basically buy shares, buying a piece of a company, and you would want to read up about them. But individual stocks is the way to go. Because why? Because we are looking at a 15% increase, compounded increase on your money. I've done a video on compound interest and how over time it will benefit you, so have a look at that as well. But compound interest is really important. If you want to do 15% on your money every year, you're going to basically double your money every 5 years. So it's if you invest in the index, you're going to get around about average about 6-7%, maybe 9% with dividends reinvested a year on your money. So it's not even close, but it is one of the safest ways to go. Individual, there are thousands of individual stocks all around the world on all major indexes, stock markets, and so yeah, that is one of the best ways to go ahead and invest your money. I mean, you can start with the smallest amount possible as well. Sometimes it can be daunting. You don't know if you have to go to stocks, if you have to go to indexes, ETFs. I mean, it can be daunting. If you have any questions, put it down below. I would comment to all of them. And if you have some ideas, maybe some investments that I haven't mentioned yet, please let me know. Another way that you can invest your money is in commodities. Now, what is a commodity? I've done a video on commodities as well. You can literally buy an oil barrel. You can buy physical gold. You can buy physical silver. This is a way to do it. But sometimes it's not viable to have a bottle of or a big oil can at your home and to sell it eventually. However, there are future uses for it. There are people that would like to use it. So it's another way to invest your money as well. And then the last one that I haven't done yet, that I'm trying to get into eventually in the future. At the moment, I live in a country, China, and I haven't looked at investment per se. I tried to buy some investment in South Africa. I'm actually happy it didn't go through because the South African market does not look so well. However, real estate, there are a plethora of real estate ideas. I mean, there are apartments, there are storage facilities, holiday rentals, single family, commercial real estate. These are all real estates that you can get into. I would recommend read some books about real estate before you get into it, but it is a way that you can invest your money. Another way is in REITs. It's called Real Estate Investment Trust. A real estate investment trust is literally a company that trades on the stock market, that buys and sells real estate. So you can invest in that company and their stocks will go up or come down. It is essentially less effort to do it like that because you don't have to deal with tenants and you don't have to deal with all the risk associated with buying and selling houses. But it's not always so beneficial if you don't know what you're doing, right? So always always try to invest in yourself. This go back to the first one. Always try to invest in yourself, as this is the best investment you can make, and hopefully I can do that for the rest of my life. So again, if you find some if you find something interesting in this video, please go ahead and like, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of this content. Again, my name is Stefan, and I hope to see you in the next video. This was all the ways that you can invest your money, and let me know if you find some ways, if you have some opportunities as well. I would like to hear from you in the future. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.